Hello, hola from Panama City, Panama. My name is Sandra Jennings, and this is Passion Speak, where we give those with a passion a platform to speak. If you have seen this show before, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate you. If this is your first time, be sure to come back. So normally what we do on Passion Speak is I have a conversation with a guest, a special guest who has a passion. But tonight is going to be slightly different. I don't have any special guests this evening, and the reason why is because my family has asked. So I see someone in the comments. My family has asked repeatedly, and some friends, why Panama? And although I've answered that question a little bit on a couple of other platforms, I felt like it was deserving of its own YouTube and Facebook announcement. Hold on, let me get some comments. Linda, Keishan, Linda out of Bridge, girl, I miss you. I miss you too, and I miss your event you have coming up. Linda, I don't, for Hasu, and that's Hooker Sister Up for those who don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry that I'm gonna miss you. And thanks for dropping in, Linda and Keishan. Hey, Keishan, that's my girl Keishan. Went to high school together and we do video stuff together, and I love her energy. And Linda, you know I was coming to find out why you left us, girl. I'm gonna try to be brief, but I'm also going to answer any questions. I'm gonna try to be, quite frankly, I'm gonna try to be an open book. We're gonna talk. I got pictures, I got videos, y'all. I got videos of where I live. I got videos of my neighborhood. Keisha throwing up. Hey, yep. I got videos of things that Linda said we will celebrate for you. Oh, I appreciate that. Kayon Crosby. Kayon, Lord have mercy. I got to give me some hair stuff, girl. I got to come in when I'm coming back home in the summer. When I come, I'm going to come visit you because I got to give me some hair products. So anyway, thanks for dropping in. So I got some videos for you, but let me get back on track. So why I moved. My cousin, Auntie Carolyn Tate, glad I can catch up with you. Me too. I'm glad you dropped in. Oh, yes. And Gabe. Hey, Mom. Y'all make it. Okay. Hey, everybody. But let me get going here. So first thing I want to do, I think, is talk about people say, where exactly? I mean, everybody knows where Central America is. Everybody knows where Panama is, but I want to show you. So I have just a little bit, a little aid to show you exactly where it is that I'm going to narrate. So I'm going to show it right now. So this is Central America, and it's America, situated between North America and South America, and it's a little difficult to find. Panama is that little squiggly line between Colombia, South America, and Costa Rica. And so take a good look at this picture. It has Belize and Colombia and Costa Rica. Those are three of the other places that I considered when I was looking at Panama. And this is a larger view of the map of Panama. And this, of course, is the skyline. Yay! It's beautiful here. Don't get me wrong. It has some ugly spots, but it's beautiful. And this is a nighttime skyline. So I wanted to get me back in here. Oh, let me see. Add. There we go. So I wanted to give you an idea of where Panama is. If you noticed, it's real close to that squiggly line in Florida. And that means a 3-hour flight will get me to Miami. That was key. That's very key. That means from Miami to North Carolina, where my son and grandchildren and son-in-law and daughter-in-law and all of them reside. That was real key in my choosing Central America. I couldn't go to Spain. I couldn't go to Vietnam or East Asian countries because it was just too far. I have to be able to get to the family in 5 or 6 hours. And so from Panama, I can do that. I got more comments. Let's see. Gloria Tate, hey cousin. Wow, I'm just learning about this. You are? I'm sorry you just learned about this. Oh, thank you, but thank you anyway. I love you, and I want to talk about the bees. And Gina Elliott, good to see you. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate you dropping in. And Terry, hi, Terry. And Terry's been bugging me lately. She was like, did I miss you? Hi, Terry, and thanks for dropping in. A friend also from school. And that was a long time ago. So let me see what else I want to talk to y'all about. I want to show, because I have a couple videos that I want to show you. I have 3 main reasons for me moving to Panama, and they're intertwined. It's like on my earlier lives with other people, I basically ranked them. But the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I don't know if I want to rank them because they're equally. Like one is health. Living in the United States, I had to do something about health. That was just paramount because living in, I'm just going to say this briefly. I have a autoimmune that causes it can be like rheumatoid arthritis, and cold weather hurts it. And so it makes you feel old. And if you feel old, you don't want to move. And if you don't want to move, you feel older. And so I wanted more life in my step, and I wanted more life in my life. So my health was a primary reason. And I'm going to go into examples for all of these. Another reason for me leaving was quality of life. I dreamed about living outside of the U.S., just dreamed about it years and years ago. But it was more fantasy, I thought, at that time than dreaming, because I just didn't. I was primary caretaker to my mom, my father, my stepmom, and I didn't want to see them leave. And in order for me to leave Grand Rapids, they would have not been in the picture. And that was something I didn't want to think about, because that's not going to happen. So, but mom passed in 2020, and the opportunity came on my radar again in 2022. And, I really wasn't thinking about it, but I was getting a little bit bored in Michigan. I was a whole lot cold in Michigan. And then I reminded myself, wow, I really wanted to live outside the United States. So I just kind of thought about it. I let myself dream about it. And then I started doing research. And then I learned there were some things that was very favorable about moving out of the country. So I had a long list of about 10. In fact, if you Google top 10 places to live outside of the U.S., to retire to outside of the U.S., you'll get this long list. And Panama consistently ranks number 1 or number 2 on that list for a lot of reasons. Again, my top 3 reasons were health, cost of living, and general quality of life. So before I go on, let me see who else is speaking. Oh, Penny. Hey, Penny. This is so exciting. Thank you, Penny. I appreciate you dropping in. Penny's a consistent supporter. I just love, if you could say who supports you, yeah, Penny. I just really appreciate that, Penny, and the rest of you as well. Okay, so we have some videos. I want to talk about, what do we want to talk about? Okay, under quality of life. I kind of slotted that under quality of life. This topic is, there is a general culture of respect in Panama. That's not to say you're not going to encounter some disrespect. That's not to say you're not going to encounter some Karens here and there, but rarely. That's not to say you won't encounter some attitude, because you're going to, because that's human nature. However, here there's a flavor. There's a flavor and a culture of respect. And that leads to quality of life, because now I can let my guard down because I know it's in fun. And here's an example. And I posted this example, I think, on my Facebook. Was it yesterday? Yesterday. So I get on the bus. I gotta tell this story. It's too funny. I get on the bus and I was going to the university, had to take care of some business. And I get on the bus and it's hot outside. Like, why do I pick 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock to start getting out in the streets? But anyway, it's hot and I'm sweating. And I got my sweat rag, girl. It's a baby washcloth, because you got to keep that stuff going. But anyway, so and I'm hot. I'm sweating. I live 2 blocks from, on one end, I live 1 block from a bus station. And another end, I live 2 blocks from a bus station. And on another end, I live like 3.5, 4 blocks from a train station. So I got no excuse. I need to get out there and get my steps, right? So I know that I'm going to the university. I hop on the bus. It's hot. It's packed. It's got them school kids. And we talking 6-year-olds up to 14, 15-year-olds. And I was like, well, ain't no way I'm going to get a seat. I can just forget about that. And then this older gentleman was in the back. He was like, I got a seat right here. He's motioning to me. I make my way back to the seat. By the time I get there, the bus is starting to move. I didn't have nothing to hold on to. I didn't want to grab the man's leg, but it was kind of looking tempting because I was losing my balance. And girl, oh Lord, I was wobbling on that bus. And I got this big old bruise, which it didn't hurt at the time. But anyway, I'm wobbling on this bus. And then finally, when I sit down and get my bearings back, I look around and the children are like, because it was funny. And so anyway, I don't know if that would have happened that same way in the United States. No, I might not have been on a bus in the United States unless it was New York. But the culture was just different. Like they were guarding themselves. It wasn't nasty. It was like truly funny. And then I started chuckling a little, and it kind of gave them the right and the okay to go ahead and laugh. So like 10, 12 of us was just laughing for like 2-3 minutes, and it was funny. But that just speaks to the culture. And I really appreciate that. That is quality of life. That's definitely part of quality of life. Another thing I'm going to talk about is the pension. We got another comment real quick before I talk. Hello. Oh, broadability. Hey, buenas. That's my girl Aisha. She lives here in Panama, and I will be speaking to her eventually on Passion Speak. I'm just going to veer off just a little bit. Friendships here are very precious, just like they are at home, but I didn't realize it until I got here. Aisha has a disability, and she doesn't let it stop her. And she has a YouTube that talks about that, definitely. And so I got to talk to her because I find it fascinating that you don't let stuff, it's just motivating to me. Anyway, so let's talk about pension. Panama makes the pension process very warm and welcoming. Let's just say warm and welcoming. And when I say that, they require that someone have, or the kind of pension that I apply for, which is a retiree's pension. They call it not pension. I meant to say, I'm sorry, I'm speaking wrong. Visa. The word I'm looking for is a visa. It's a travel visa, a student visa. You can get an investor's visa. I am on a pension called a pensionata visa. And in order to qualify for this visa, you have to prove that you have a lifetime income. If you're a single person like me, you need only a lifetime income of $1,000 a month. And that's not counting, they don't count Social Security as that. That's some other kind of income. It cannot be your 401k. And the reason why is because you might incur a penalty, but basically you can drain your 401k. So you cannot consider that. It has to be like like Social Security, even though it's hard to say Social Security is for lifetime, because if you go to Social Security, they won't give you a letter that says this money's for life. They just won't. So it's like a corporate pension. So if you have that and you can pass the FBI test with all your fingerprints, then you can qualify for the kind of pension that I got. And once you do that, the pension offers a lot of benefits, which speaks to the cost of living. And let me just, I got my cheat sheet here. I want to read to you some of these benefits that are afforded to people of retiree age and senior citizens and those with a pension on a visa. Let's see. My all-time favorite is air travel, and that's 25% off your air travel. And that is if your travel originates in Panama and ends up in Panama. It's not like my son can say, Mom, I'm coming, and he in North Carolina, and he can buy a ticket that brings him to Panama and then back to North Carolina. That won't happen. That doesn't qualify. It has to be originating here and ending up here. However, that makes it so that I can go and I can travel. I can travel anywhere in the world as long as I go register with the travel agency and get my 25% off. That is such a perk. Another one is restaurants, 25% off your entree. And that's nice. That's very nice. Hotels and lodging, 50% off hotels Monday through Thursday and 30% off Friday to Sunday. And you have to, typically what I do when I'm trying to get my discount, they call it a jubilado. When I'm trying to get my jubilado discount, what I do is I ask the people, do you honor the jubilado discount? And if they say no, I'm not about to argue. I'm just not going to argue with somebody. I don't care. But and they also say that if you are at a fonda, which is like a neighborhood, like maybe even a family-owned restaurant, and I don't know how to explain a fonda, but it's like we have one around the corner. It's like a semi-permanent one. It's half outside, and it's it has like a sheet that covers it. Is the kind that you find on the corner, just in the summer, but we have our summers year round. So I don't, when it's at a fonda, I don't always ask for my discount. Teresa Lynn, Weather Neil, hey, in the house, she's saying nice discounts. I know, nice discounts. And there's others. You get your home closing costs should you choose to purchase a land or home, 50% off. Dental and eye exams, 15% off. There's a hospital, 15% off your hospital bill if you have no insurance. And so there's just there's more on here. Transportation, entertainment off movies, 50% off movies, theaters, and sporting events. That's really cool, especially if you go into a soccer match. They call it football here. If you go into a football game. So I want to show you a couple of things, and we're going to talk about, let's see what else. I want to talk about some things. While I'm loading this up, I want to tell you about it because there's pharmacy and medical on here. I want to tell you about something. This speaks to the health of it for me. The autoimmune that I have, whatever, that I'm, escaping from or, trying to live more healthily. It kind of requires me to keep an eye on my blood counts. So a friend of mine and myself went to one of the neighborhood clinics. We bought a package, a 6-month package for $46. She paid $46, I paid $46. And we went in as a family, and it gives us our blood work, because in Panama, you don't have to have a doctor's orders to go get your blood work done. And I want to keep an eye on my blood work. And sometimes I get tired in the US. Sometimes, let's face it, I get tired of calling my doctor up monthly. Can you send me an order for blood? And she says, well, you've had your order for this year. Now you're out of pocket, whatever. So here, we get our blood work is free, and we bought a 6-month package, and it's part of the package. So tomorrow we're going to get our first, I'm going to get blood work. I think she's just going to check in, and then we're just going to utilize our $46. And we can go back monthly if we want for 6 months and not have to pay, because the $46 is a membership, and you just go in and you just say, give me my blood work, and they stick you, they give you your blood count and your email, open up your email the next day, and you got all your numbers. And then you and your doctor can decide if you want to go further with that. Terry says, nice. Yes, it is nice, especially the blood work, because so many times I wanted to go up to the Quest lab and just say, can y'all just take this blood and test me? And no, your doctor hasn't called it in, and we got to check your insurance anyway. Linda said, girl, we got to kick AARP to the curb and move to Panama with them benefits. I know. That's why I'm saying, the benefits that here in Panama, anyway, it was worth it for me, because let's just face it, I am from a working class family, and I worked, and I spent 25 years and, 10 or 15 more years. Teresa says, so happy for you. I love when people live their truth. Thank you, Miss Teresa. I spent 10 or 15 more years outside of where I retired from. And, those are working class years. Those are years where, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I come from a working class family, and I retired at age 60, which is a little early. But all that means is that, honey, you can burn through your retirement money if you want to, or you can learn how to maximize it. And this is one way I learned how to maximize it. So I'm going to go to my videos that I uploaded, because I want to show y'all my apartment. And I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. Don't judge, but this is my apartment. It's actually kind of cute. I'm going to show it. So I'm going to narrate. This is like the kitchen area. It views into the main living area. You can see it behind me. That's another view for the kitchen. This is like the main area that points toward the balcony that leads outside. And this is standing from the balcony area looking back. And this is the office area where I'm sitting now. I've changed some things around, but this is the general area. That's my little balcony. And this is my favorite room. This is the bedroom. It has floor to ceiling windows, and those windows open right up to outside. And I hung onto my phone tight when I opened them windows, because that's kind of creepy. Anyway, I like this bedroom. It just gives me, it's peaceful for me. And bathrooms in Panama rarely have tubs, and mine do not have tubs. So you see my standing shower there. This is our social area, which you can rent free of charge, that comes along in your high rise. And it has a lap pool and a smaller pool, sometimes a hot tub pool. And there's the view from the social area and the pool area. Really nice. So that was my apartment. Get me back in here. So that was my apartment. I really like the apartment. I live in the city right in the proper of Panama City. I live near Balboa, which is a main throughway. And I live near the Center Costera, which is the beltway that goes along the Pacific Ocean. I had comments. Let's go and get some comments. Jackie Upton, a lifetime school friend. Oh, she says beautiful. Thank you, Jackie. Thanks for watching. Linda says beautiful. Teresa, Logan Street. We got ties on Logan Street. Let's see what else. Terry says beautiful. Those views are jaw dropping. Yeah, the views are beautiful. I appreciate that. And I'm not taking them for granted, trust. But here's the deal, guys. My apartment is $1,000. And like, you ain't getting this apartment at $1,000. And I know I'm putting my stuff right on out there and I don't even care. It's $1,000 and plus electric, plus my internet. And so I say that's a deal. I live on the 20th floor. And wait till you see I've asked some of my friends if I could show their apartments. Woo! They probably have bigger pensions than I do. Oh, their apartments is breathtaking. But anyway, she very nice. Thank you for watching, sweetie. Lori Parks, nice apartment. Thank you, ma'am. Kayon, that's beautiful. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And Teresa is saying thank you. Thank you guys for watching. But I want to also talk to you, Mark Brown. Oh, hey, Mark, beautiful apartment. I appreciate it. Can you believe $1,000? Actually, in one spot, it was advertised for $900, but it is a small apartment. It's only one bedroom, and then it has the living areas. But I like it because it's teaching me to live with less, and that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to spend more time traveling and being with people and less time in the house. Like yourself, I'm a free spirit. Jackie, we got to talk because I know you work for the airlines and you're up and down. Yes. Aunt Carolyn, how high is your high rise? My building is 27 floors, which in my neighborhood can be considered small. I'm on the 20th floor. And so I have some friends who are in their apartment on the 40th floor. And when I get out on their balcony, it just makes me a little bit dizzy. But anyway, so Sherry, love you, fam. Do you? Yep, Sherry, thank you, babe. Love you back. Jackie saying, Sandy, I will say everything and leave in a minute. And that's it. I see how much stuff we can do without. Fantastic price. Yes, it is. And that's exactly what I did. I sold my house and everything in it. And I just stopped, drop, and roll. But anyway, so I want to show you guys one of the things that make Jackie says she's a supervisor for TSA. You get it, girl. So you can go anywhere. Yes, I'm feeling that. So I have a couple more videos. This is my view from the 20th floor. I love that. I love that view. I don't always sit out on my balcony. I have to do that more. So yeah, I'm really appreciative. So what else? I want to show you one of the things that attributes my area, the reason why my rent is so low, is because you have to choose. I had a friend here. I'm actually subleasing from a friend who did all the groundwork. She found the apartment, and we had a few things that we wanted, and we wanted a safe environment, and we wanted it close to the things that we needed. And so I want to show, excuse me, I want to show you my street when I leave my apartment, how it looks, so you can kind of feel what I'm feeling. So here's a small. And so I want to show a video of me going in my grocery store because you guys, let me see if I got that video. Yes, it's not long, but I want to show you what my neighborhood grocery store looks like. Those up the ramp, and then you can go to the grocery store that way. Let's see, I have some comments. Let's see, we got Jackie says lovely. Kingston, beautiful view, but way too high. Yeah, my mother would say the same thing, Kingston. Sherry says awesome. Thank you, Sherry. Jackie says you have a vehicle there. Jackie, no, I do not. I do not have a vehicle. I sold my house, my car, everything in it, or I gave some of it away. I travel by public transportation, by bus, by train, and Uber. You can get a lot of places for under $3 by Uber. But when you go by Uber, I didn't want to take too much Uber because I was passing by interesting spots. So I was like, oh, I would be in the Uber making a note thinking, man, I got to come back there. That looks interesting. I want to go and visit that. And so I decided, I have a girlfriend who is teaching me the public transportation system. And so I decided I wanted to learn it and I wanted to experience it. So I'm in the process. That's why that story yesterday where I like almost fell and broke something yesterday, but I didn't. Aunt Carolyn, I remember the strawberry and watermelon punch. That's different than home. Oh yeah, I had some of that Sunday. We went to a church Sunday and they had some punch, some kind of punch, and they had like ginger in it. It was amazing. So I know what you're talking about. Let's see who we got. Lori, beautiful. Do they drive on the same side of the road as US? Yes, Lori. And that was one of the deciding factors. They do a lot that the US does, including trading the American dollar. Panama uses what's called the Balboa, but there is no paper Balboa. It's only coin. And so their dollar, their quarter, their nickel, their penny, their dime, those all, they have a Balboa dime, but it's 10 cents, just like ours. And so they trade that same, the same as the US. So that was part of it. Mark, do you know Spanish? I'm learning it. Mark, I'm learning Spanish. I have a Spanish teacher now. We take some private lessons and I'm learning it. I can get myself out of a fix. Not only that, but there's always Google Translate. If you're in a fix, there's Google Translate. I have a friend who is here. Her name is Arnita. She is encouraging me, She is encouraging me to, when I get in a cab or when I get in an Uber, to speak Spanish to the people, and it's actually working. So, como está usted? And you know, buenas tardes, and today is waivers. How do you say Thursday? Waivers. So I'm learning words and I'm learning how to communicate. There's Linda. Hey, Sandy. Hey, cuz. Love you. And Bobby Branch, congratulations on your new chapter. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you. Jackie says, peace of mind means so much. She is 6 minutes from the beach. Yes. Quality of life is important. So happy for you. Very clean place. Love it. Appreciate you sharing. I don't know. We have some things about Panama City that's not clean. That when we talk about the level of clean, like Grand Rapids kind of clean, where you got street sweepers, is not. The street is not clean here. The street is not clean at all. So you got it, and the infrastructure is developing, should I say. Like they have a lot of uneven sidewalks. So walking and being on your phone is not going to work, because you could walk into a manhole, or you could trip on the sidewalk, just a piece of metal sticking up out of the sidewalk. And so I've learned to pay attention when I am walking, because I don't want to end up in a cast or anything. Jackie says, you're thinking about a bike? Heck no. I am not thinking about a bike, because one day I'm gonna do a video on the traffic and how they travel here, girl. And it's Panamanians have a different concept of space. And when I say that, I mean, we can be driving down the street, and of course they don't observe the stop signs. We can be driving down the street, and here comes a car coming this way. And, in America, I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's going to be an accident. And they stop just in the nick of a time, or else they flow with the traffic. And I mean, they come within probably a foot of another car, and everybody's cool with it. And they just, so it's really weird. I can understand why it just is not an issue. I can understand why people actually have lower blood pressure when they come here. But in the beginning, it was like, oh, let me get my seatbelt on real quick. So no, I will not have a bike. There's lots of scooters out here. A lot of the food delivery, they do so by scooter. No, I'm not feeling that. Hey, Leonard, how are you? Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for watching. Leonard said, glad you're enjoying your new life in Panama. I am. Now I'm gonna tell you, Jackie is laughing at what I was saying, about the streets. Thanks for watching, Linda. What was I gonna say? My new life in Panama. One of the most difficult things I'm having to adjust with is the heat. Ooh, and they say everybody has to, the heat is potentially a game changer for them. It's like stifling kind of hot here. It's the humidity can be higher than 100% on some days. And so it's difficult. It's just difficult with all that heat. And I don't even have hot flashes. I've sweated more. I tell you, I swear, I have sweated more here since I've been here than I have ever in my life, because I'm not a sweater, but I am now. And I'm a drinker now. I make sure I get my water, plenty of hydration. There's cousin John saying, hey, John, thanks for watching in, Johnny. He's laughing. Yeah. I got my water, and I never leave home without my baby rag, and I wash them up and make sure they clean every single day, because I gotta wipe. This is what happens when I'm on the bus. I'm wiping sweat, and then I notice a lot of other people are sweating too, so I feel right at home. What else did I want to tell you? I think that's it. I just had those videos that I wanted to share. My top 3 reasons are health. I feel like getting out and learning with the people, and just the excitement of change is going to contribute to me being more active. My activity is real important for my health, for the autoimmune that they say I have, which I'm trying to ignore by having good health. and I can't ignore it by having good health. And so that is paramount for me. What else? Somebody's got Jackie. Vicky would have been so proud. She says, Vicky would have been so proud of you. She always believed in taking advantage of opportunities. Learn, grow, explore. You have the energy. Thank you, Jackie. And rest in peace, Vicky. We all know Vicky. She was such a huge queen in our community. So rest in peace for her. And I appreciate you, Jackie. Yeah, so those are my top 3 reasons. And there are lots of other small reasons. The cost of living is definitely one, because there's less stress when you have less expenses. For example, and the as far as groceries, like I bought a package of ribeye steaks the other day, and it was about 2.5 pounds. And there were some nice big steaks. It was 2 of them. And then, so the ribeye steaks, let me see, what were they? Oh, the $8.50. The package was $8.50 and was about 2 pounds. And I was like, you sure them ribeyes? Yeah, they were ribeyes. But on the other hand, when there's some American-made products, for example, I like this. What is it called? Sparkling ice. I kind of like that. At home, we can get them for 99 cents. Here, I think they're $1.65. And so when it's product that has to be shipped in, it's a little more expensive. If you learn to use and consume the Panamanian product, the produce here, you can get produce, you can get fish, you can get seafood, you can get beef, pork, chicken. All that is going to be cheaper than in the United States, and the same or better quality. And so that part is, when you go grocery shopping. And then I cook at home to save, because Lord knows I eat out. Yeah, because that's how I roll, and that's just the way it is. I like to eat. I eat out 2 or 3 times a week. Maybe have a breakfast group. We hang out. And so, but when you go in and you say, do you honor the Ubalado discount, and the people give you your 25% off your entree, it's kind of worth it. Kim Oglesby, hi Sandra, hi Gloria, hi Kim, thanks for dropping in. We appreciate you. And Linda says, I'm so happy and excited for you. Thank you so much for sharing your home fam. Yes, home fam. I miss you and always enjoy your stories and shows. Live life on your terms. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. Yes, it took a lot for me to leave. It took a lot. The process of selling your home and your car and everything in it can be a difficult process. But I came here from with 3 suitcases, a really big one, a slightly smaller one, and then a carry-on. I had like 2 carry-ons, one that doubled as my purse, and then a regular carry-on suitcase. And that was all. And I left some things behind in a storage unit that when I go home, I'm going to go through the storage unit and maybe empty and maybe sell the rest of the stuff that's in there. So, yeah, it just, that was a process in itself. Mark asks, is Costco or Sam Clubs in Panama City area? So happy for you. We have the equivalent of a Costco or Sam's Club. It's called Price Mart. And when you walk in the door, you would know no difference. It has everything the Sam's Club or Costco will have. And there's lots of shopping here. We have the largest mall in, I think they said, in Central America and North America. And I will be featuring them in sometime in the future, because that's kind of what I like to do, is walk through the mall. Sometimes if it's too hot outside, I'll get my steps by walking through the mall. So Bill Hudson, Sandra, I missed your info earlier. Are you on the coast or inland? In the hills or sea level. Keep working on Spanish. My duo buddy, go girl. My GVSU friend. Billy is an alum of GVSU, and I appreciate him so much. Thank you, Bill, for dropping in. I am in Panama City, and Panama City is on the Pacific side of Panama. Panama runs east and west, everybody, right? It does not run north and south. So I am on the what would be east and west? East and west. No, east and west. It would be the south. I guess it'd be the south side. So close and right there at Pacific, right there on the coast. And so and I'm on the Cinta Costera, which is the beltway of the city. I chose Panama City because it reminds me of New York City, and I love New York City, but I would never ever live there. I only loved it, and I love the energy. Lots of things I love about it. Panama City is, to me, I call it the New York of the country of Panama. It only has less than 1 million people in the proper area. And it's just enough. Like New York is almost too many people because you can't even duck to, call up a map on your phone if you're lost in the city. But I love New York. And so this is one of the ways I could not afford to live like I wanted to live in New York. Even if I wanted to live there, they got too many creatures. I can't in New York. So anyway, that's one of the reasons. But thank you for the transparency. Starting new is refreshing. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you. Aisha says, yes, PriceSmart used to be owned by Costco. Oh, very interesting. Okay. Got it. And this is a friend from Romeo. Romeo, hey. He says, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo está, Romeo? Buenas tardes, buenas noches. Now it's getting to be evening. So Romeo lives, I believe, in Spain. He's originally from Panama. One of my friends. So I love it. Oh, I love that I'm moving to his country. Yes, I love your country, Romeo. Thank you for letting me use it. Misha's laughing. Must have been something I said, girl. Yeah, I love Misha knows. Misha and I have been in New York together. She knows I love New York. All the New Yorkers moved to Myrtle Beach. They are your neighbors. Oh, okay, cool. You're going to talk about my city's creatures like that, girl? Oh my gosh. Don't go in the subway. I got a video of a subway. I couldn't show all my videos today. I got to show y'all some more later. But girl, what's in them New York subways? Woo, Lord, I just make sure I ain't nowhere near them tracks because them bad boys jump up. And never mind. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. Misha. Hey, my friend. Yes, Romeo. Hey. Kim, share a quick Panamanian dish you learned to cook. Oh, a Panamanian dish. Kim, I'm going to be honest with you. Misha, hold on. Misha laughing. Yeah, it deserves a laugh because you know them creatures big in New York. Ironically, I thought Panamanian dishes would be like Cuban dishes or like Jamaican dishes and have that extra spicy kick. But they're actually Panamanian food can be very bland. I was so surprised. Panamanians, they have they cook the heck out of some fish. They know how to cook some fish. Their chicken can be very good. In my Ray grocery store right down the street or almost next door, their rotisserie chicken is amazing. I don't know what kind of, to me, it's amazing. Now, somebody else might disagree, but it's better than any of the rotisserie chickens. Rotisserie chicken is like I have to have 1 or 2 of those a month because they're quick and easy. And so I really love them. But For the most part, Panamanian food is bland. You would be surprised. So when I'm here, I eat the Cuban food. I eat the Afro-Panamanian food, which is like some soul food. You almost got to go down to the hood to get it. They have rice and potatoes and brown rice and beans and a lot of that, but not a whole lot of spicy foods. It just they just don't, and it really surprised me as well. Misha's still laughing. Becky, cousin Becky, Grand Rapids, Michigan is too snowy and cold. You understand that move? Yeah, it's snowy and cold, and it's hard if you are, if you have the threat of any kind of arthritis, creakiness in you, and that can be very difficult. Misha says, I can't wait to visit you. Come on down, girlfriend. Misha is originally from Belize. So Misha is probably used to the tropical nature. The humidity is crazy around here. We have to make exceptions inside of our home in order to guard against the heavy humidity. Like we have to have dehumidifiers, and those little closet things that you hang in your closet. You got to have those things so that moist soot doesn't get on your belongings in the closets. And there's other things we have to do to guard against it. And so Misha might have some experience doing that. Sharnita, thank you, Sharnita, for dropping in. I appreciate you. Romeo, yes, New York City is crazy. I used to live in Queens. Misha is also from Queens. She's originally from, I'm telling all y'all's business, I'm sorry. She's originally from Belize, but her family's from Queens. So I've been to Queens with her before. We loved it. We love it. Yep, Courtney, thank you. Linda says, I know you have only one life to live, and you made that move to make you happy. I did. I miss you so much and love, pray that everything goes good for you. Love you. I love you too, cousin. Yes. Yeah. I made this move for me. I did not want to, I needed a whole lot of things, health, quality of life, and cost of living. My 3 reasons, not ranked in necessarily in any order. Penny, wow, thank you. Wouldn't it be good if you had asthma? I don't know, because last night I slept with way too much air conditioning. I can feel like I need to take a allergy pill, because you got to be careful about this AC here. So I don't know. Actually, Penny, I had a little bit of long COVID for 2020. Let's see, I got it in 2020. And then in 2021, it's like I felt like I couldn't shake COVID. And for a long time, I still felt like, oh, wow, something is in my chest. And since I've been here, it has totally subsided. And maybe it's because I sweated out, because God knows I've been doing my share of sweating. So I don't honestly know about that, Penny. Romeo says, yes, Misha, she would love the heat. Yeah, coming from Belize. Yes, we had great times, Misha. We did. What Kim is saying, waiting a book from you about your life. Oh my gosh. Kim and I used to work. Oh man, let's see. We worked in, I'm going to age us, Kim. Kim was just out of college. We worked in 1990 for about 2 or 3 years together. And she's seen some ups and downs in my life, as I have seen in her life. So, and all of us have ups and downs, but nah, I'm not writing no book. Girl, I got to do my tour thing next week. I can't write no book. Good Panama review that touched the highlights as well. There's more on Carolyn. There's more coming. Believe me, there's more coming. And I have a whole list, but all the other lists, they're not deal breakers. There's some that are deal breakers, like creatures. I would not live with snakes. So if this area was big on snakes, I would not be able to live here. But so anyway, yeah, there's some deal breakers, but I appreciate you. And I'm going to be giving more reviews. Hi, Michelle D. Clark. Hey. Appreciate you. Thanks for dropping in. Misha's, I don't sleep with the air on. So rough on the sinuses. That's what but girl, I don't want to sleep with that window open and it's too warm not to have anything. So I have to figure it out. Rosalind says, thanks, Rosalind, for dropping in. Have you been to a beach? Yes, ma'am. We went to Isla Grande and Isla Mame, and those are in Cologne. Cologne is north of Panama City. Panama City is on the Pacific. Cologne is on the Atlantic or the Caribbean Sea, which feeds into the Atlantic. And you know, the canal goes through. It passes from Panama City up through Panama, and it goes up the top that way. So I have been to the beaches there, and they're beautiful. And I've been to Toboga Island. We went just last week to Toboga Island, and that was an amazing beach as well. And yeah, I've been to beaches, and they are hot, baby. They are hot. Do you have good doctors, dentists, eye doctors, and hairdressers there? We have good doctors and dentists, and yes, eye doctors. There's a hospital here that's affiliated with Johns Hopkins. And so, yes, in fact, they're really strange you should mention that because it's so high on my list and I didn't even talk about it. Yes, it's affordable health care as well. So a quick story about when I came, because I visited last September. So when I came in September, we were on a bus and we rode from one side of Panama to the other side. And my sciatica, like I didn't even know I had a sciatica. And all of a sudden it was like, what is this pain in my back? So I went to the doctor in Boquete. And this is a city or municipality that's located at the other end, the west end of Panama. And it's not far from Costa Rica. It's like that far over. And I go to the doctor's office, and so the doctor, you know, this is the doctor, right? So the doctor says, he calls it up on his phone. I never seen no shit like that in my life. But anyway, he calls it up on his phone and he gets in my face and he says, wait, I'm going to show you what it looked like. Seriously. He calls it up on the phone. He says, you see here? You see here? And he's like in my face. And I'm like, do you know you are like real close? And in America, doctors don't get that close to patients. But anyway, he was cute too. But anyway, he says, you see here? And he says, this is sciatica. And he wanted me to see, it was on his phone. He wanted me to see, this is what you have here. And so we're going to give you a cortisone shot. And so the doctors here, like, and then I talked to him about that sciatica probably 20 minutes. And it's a culture of respect. That's all I can say, a culture of respect here, because they will call you or text you the next day to make sure you're okay. They will come to your home if you need. It's just a totally different. And yes, hairdressers, we have hairdressers, we have nail techs, we have barbers. I know, yeah, I got a little haircut, but anyway, we have barbers. Everything is here. Everything that you have in the United States, you have here. So what else? Penny, that's so awesome to live your dreams and do what makes you happy. Yes, thank you. Oh, she says, why no window? Fan and window will be good. No? Okay, so the window, you didn't see, you got to watch the replay to see my windows. My windows are floor to ceiling, and halfway in between is where half the window. And to open it up, like they don't have screens, Misha. There's no screen. And, you know, I don't want, like, I'm trying to wake up in the middle of the night and I got some bat flying through my window. So that's a problem for me. That is a problem. So you'll see when you get here. So no window fan. Like the fan is not big enough to go into my window. Go in the replay and watch the video and you'll see my apartment is it's not conducive to putting a fan in the window. Um, Romeo, I love East LeGrand. I go there a lot. I do too. Yeah, that was a real nice beach, Romeo. Aunt Carolyn says, I would try to keep up with you. Please keep me posted. Absolutely. I'm going to keep you posted. Penny says, had you met any male single friends just to kick it and have fun with the opposite sex? No, I don't think so. No. I mean, there are yes and no. Probably not any that's gonna be calling me. I have not. So but I have lots of friends and they have husbands, so we get male but not single male. We get male influences. There are lots of expats here and we have a big expat community. So I don't necessarily have those kinds of needs necessarily. Some of the guys are cute, but they kind of off limits, and I ain't here for that. I'm here for the quality of life. So Romeo, I don't know what you just said, and maybe your son leaned on the keyboard. Oh, and then what's Misha saying? Oh, she's laughing. I'm because of that fan. Yes, that fan issue. That's a big issue because I can't. Anyway, I figured out how to make my air conditioner so that it acts more like a fan. So that helps. But I think I was tired that night. It was either last night or night before. I was tired, and so and I might have been hot when I went to bed, so I maybe let it cool for way too long. Anyway, so I gotta I'll sweat this out in my head. I'll sweat. I may take a walk still this evening. The sun sets pretty much at the same time year round. That's between say 6 o'clock and 6:30 p.m. So it is 7 o'clock. Oh, we've been on here an hour. It's 7 o'clock um and I can still go out and it's beautiful out right now. So I might still do that. Becky said, I had sciatica as well. Must be hereditary. Yeah, must be. Ooh, have mercy. Yes, we do that and very happy people and a lot of music. Yes, a lot of music and a lot of partying and a lot of noise. And that is one of the drawbacks for living in the place that I live in, which is not far from Balboa, because you hear all the partying and there are plenty of festivities. Please believe. That's the question I was waiting for. My miss might have been talking about the fan or something that someone else asked. Do you have a lot of friends there before you moved there? I had a few friends here. I had a nice business network here before I moved that I could ask a lot of questions. I was connected with a relocation company, and the company answered a lot of questions for me. And there are a couple of Facebook groups that are really nice. But I just saw Misha. A couple of questions, a couple of Facebook groups that are really nice about answering questions. When I first got here, I struggled with the technology until I learned that I could have dual SIM on my phone. And when I got dual SIM, so now I can call out or I can text out on my international number, my Panama number, or my US number without having to get two phones. When that happened, it was a game changer for me. And so I was talking about networking. Let me see. Do I have a lot of friends? Yeah. I have a couple of circles of friends. Oh gosh, I Hello. So my apologies, everyone. I'm on my phone. I need to stop this live because Facebook thinks I'm still live, and so does YouTube. Um, but it was time for us to end anyway. I lost power in the apartment. You can see that it is dark, dark, dark all the way around. Um, so I don't have internet. I'm using my phone and I don't know, hotspot or whatever it's called. So Rosalind, I'm not on. I am on YouTube. Um, so I'm going to thank you, Adrian. Adrian Mosley says congratulations. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up because I need to sign out. I had to sign in on my phone. I need to sign out so that YouTube and Facebook will end the video. But we're gonna catch up again soon. I promise you. I appreciate all you guys for dropping in. Love you and yeah, I just threw something. Anyway, love you and have a great day.